And that takes us, boys and girls, ooh, to the next matchup, which is going to be the one that everybody talked about. The WWE Women's World Championship match. Stephanie Vaquer. What did I just? It's Stephanie Vaquer, right? Stephanie Vaquer.
I'm
The
listening to
Vaquer.
everyone say it. I feel
Yeah,
like everyone in the business has taken a class on how to say. I think it's Vacour.
Vaquer. Yes,
It's like Va or
because
Vacour.
people
The
have been
Q
taking.
part is core, like almost
Yeah,
like core, but core. I've been trying to make sure I'm saying it right too, and
yeah.
everyone says it exact. I know that sounds
It's
stupid
becoming
because
a
it's someone's
running
last
joke.
name, but
Yeah,
when someone's last name's like that, so difficult to say, and everyone is saying it correctly the same way. I know she gets asked constantly, "How do I say it? I don't want
yeah.
to get it wrong."
It's becoming a running joke in the comments to our YouTube channel that I'm not YouTube channel, I'm sorry, on our TikTok. That not only am I saying it wrong every time, but I'm being consistently unique with it. That I keep getting it wrong in different ways.
It's one of those
So,
names, though. It is. That's why I'm
so,
trying. I'm trying.
so the level of excitement for this match across the board here, everybody was at a 10 except me. I was at a 4, and so uh, I feel I feel this is an unfair situation for any of us to really give grades uh, to this particular match because of the situation. The I am not a Liv Morgan fan, but I will say this: based on the work that was put in to building this match, if you want to make an argument for the 3 women's matches all being short, if I was going to add time to any of them, it would have been this one. I don't really feel like this one was fleshed out. And I know for a fact, I could prove this, that I'm under the assumption that they were told they had more time and then it was cut. Because I could tell by the way this match was put together, there was a lot of moving parts and it was happening really, really fast. Now, I had asked a question to you because in true Liv Morgan fashion, I took a dump during this match. I had to watch it later. And that's also a bad sign. I went to the bathroom when the match started. It was over while I was still in the bathroom, which is not good. So when I came out, I had asked the two of you, did she win clean or did she win as a heel? You had stated that it was
Not clean.
not clean.
I don't understand why your wife's saying it was clean. She did not win clean.
Okay.
There was an interference.
Wait. So I watched it back. She won clean.
Oh,
And
dude.
here's the reason why I
Just
feel
because it
like
wasn't successful doesn't mean it was
no no
clean.
no no. But hear me out, right? So this is why this is my evidence, my case, to where I think the girls in this match, in particular, got fucked. Because I think the way they put this together, there was more that was supposed to happen, and then when the time got cut, there was some spots and some moments that slipped through the cracks, and they didn't account for it when they were cutting the match down because the match itself is taking place. Raquel and Roxanne get involved. They did, in fact, interfere. They took their turns, whatever. Raquel did something and then it interfered. She took a shot, but then she got Raquel back. Roxanne did something and then took a shot, but then she got Roxanne back and then back into the ring with Liv. And then at one point, Steph dives over the top rope and takes out Roxanne and Raquel. At that point, that interference is hanging on by a thread because the actual interference itself didn't cause Stephanie to lose the match, so it's not a heel finish at that point. When Steph dives onto them, that negates them from the match. But technically, because Steph's focus is on them,
Yes, come on.
you could still count this
Yes,
as
you can.
interference
Hey, listen, if you don't believe
until
me, Liv
hold
said it
on
herself.
until she does take her out, then goes back into the ring and goes on offense. That negates all interference.
Doesn't.
It
doesn't.
It completely. She is in control of the match. The
Doesn't matter.
interference did not work. It is not
Now
part
they're
of
in
the
your
finish.
head. They're in your
And
head
then,
now.
but she's not anymore. She just took them out.
They're
They've been
still out
completely
there.
negated. And then they're on the floor. Being out there doesn't mean anything if they're in pain. And now, not only are the two out there, she's executing offense on Liv. She's in control. And then there's the backstabber turned into a code breaker, turned into oblivion. So not only did she negate the offense, Liv executed several moves before actually finishing her off and pinning her 1, 2, 3. Now, this is where I feel like they got screwed right here because everything I just described to you was part of all sequenced to be a part of their finish. But the match itself was only 7 minutes. So they did their usual beginning to start. They had a hurried up finish, which means I could tell by the match structure they gutted a lot of that middle. They took a lot of that middle shit out. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start off this way. Listen for the call in the middle to get this thing going. When the girls come out, now we hit into this sequence, and then we're gonna do bang bang boom, and then you're gonna beat me 1, 2, 3. They had to condense it. So of the 3 matches that happened in a row, actually it wasn't in a row. Gunther and Seth broke it up, but between the 4-way being 8, and we didn't mind the 4-way being 8 because it was the 4-way. Becky and AJ, I just said 2 seconds ago, A-okay with the 8 minutes. Anything more than that probably would have blew them up. The match is going to start getting clunky at that point. No need, right? This match, hello, not a Liv Morgan fan. This match, I have to admit, they were screwed. This match probably would have been a little higher up if they would have had more time. Now, it's no guarantee. Like I said, it's still Liv Morgan. Maybe if you give him 5 more minutes, she shits the bed completely. I don't know. But I feel like it would have been a fair. I feel Liv, and again, I don't like Liv, but I feel Liv and Steph deserved a little bit more time. And don't feed me the bullshit about, well, they were just both recently injured and we didn't want them to go too long. You had Liv in the ring the very next night against Sol Roca. So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. So the level of excitement, as I said before, for this particular match, 4, 10, 10, 10. What was your number?
4, 10, 10, 10.
Yeah.
For this shit?
Hold on a second. Let me.
Wait, no, yes. I'm sorry. I'm getting mixed up. You are correct.
Yeah,
yes,
no, I'll confirm here. Yeah, the guys were all 10s.
You're right.
Yeah, if you look at the clip, the only reason why I shit on it at all is because everybody was hyped on the build.
What was mine?
Yours was 10.
Was 10. And I stand on that in that moment. But the thing that was really dragging me down after talking to you guys is I knew there was no way Stephanie was winning. And that's what killed me because my excitement was 10 to see her go through this program and come out of it.
Right.
And instead, they stripped it from her, put it on Morgan with some stupid-ass new theme that's going to be shoved down my fucking throat right now that I cannot stand to hear. And she's in the ring working. She is no Rhea Ripley. And I feel like they're trying to make her that person right now. Yeah. And I don't like it. I do not like seeing her shit on the women's division with 2 of her family members standing right behind her who are women in that same division. I know you can say, oh, it's part of the act or the whatever. Then don't have her in the group. It doesn't make sense to me. If you want her to be an individual who is, it's part of the rub, like that's part of her being an asshole, fair. I don't like it. I think it's stupid. Don't be a part of a group that you're calling family because I can already see the writing on the wall. Eventually, at some point, and it'll probably, if there is, once there inevitably is a split, they're going to use that as the driving force of, you never respected me or some bullshit. I don't like it. It's stupid. Especially when there's, in my eyes, I know you can spin all that bullshit you want about them being out of the match. Even Liv said herself she couldn't have done it without her family. And if that's the way you're going, don't I just don't like that type of storytelling. If people like it, they like it. I don't like it. I think it's stupid. And she's the front runner with Dominic. I'm sorry, bro. Maybe she is money-wise. I don't know the numbers because at the end of the day, when I see it, my brain goes straight to the fact of, okay, she might do more numbers. It has to be because it makes no sense to me that Liv Morgan is the focal point when you have Dominic Mysterio in the fucking ring playing as her pet. The writing in this group to me doesn't make any sense. And to be honest with you, I came to a realization when you guys were all bigging up JD McDonough, I was so confused. I'm like, wait, who is this y'all talking about who's fucking nice? Nice. What are you talking about? And then I kind of like started watching a little bit more. And I'm like, oh, he's getting lost in the bullshit of the thing that I don't like about this group.
Yeah.
So my problem with this match obviously stems a little further outside of Liv. I like the work Liv is doing. I don't like it in this group. I think it's terrible. She shouldn't be the front runner. She is not the front runner here. She can be picked up by her little neck and thrown out of the ring by anyone, almost anyone in that ring. There's one woman she could actually have a fist fight with Roxanne. Everyone else would toss her to the side. She's not bossing anybody. I don't understand what's going on here. I don't like it. And the fact that they built this good, they talked a lot of shit. Steph should have came out on top on here. She could have. She should have. It would have been great for her. But instead, they went an old route that they do. And instead of taking all that buildup and piling it onto Steph who could use it and Liv wouldn't have lost out on that loss, they decided to stack it on Liv for some reason. And now let's see what they do with Stephanie.
Well, you were at a 10. I'm assuming based on everything you just said, you're lowering that number.
I'm about an 8. I just don't like that Liv won. All just because Liv won. I really just don't like that they made that decision.
Lex was a 10, and he brought it down to an 8 as well. So you guys are matching scores. Joe was a 10. He brought it to a fucking 1. And the exact thing that he texted me, because he just gave me numbers, but for this one, he wrote 1 because of that whack-ass song and shit entrance. She's lucky I didn't give it a 0.
Yeah,
that's what she wrote.
So bad. It's so
okay.
Bad.
I put a 4. I'm gonna stay 4. Only for the thing is because I still do believe that they got fucked out of their time, but that's as far as my sympathy goes because I don't know what they would have done with the time. I don't know if 5 more minutes would have hurt or helped based on who was in the ring. So I can't go by that. The entrance, say what you want. It's not for me, obviously. Duh. That's not going to be my kind of song or fucking entrance or any of that shit. I don't know who got it in their head to tell her that she's hot. I don't get it, but it is what it is. I'm going to stay with the 4, and I'll end this segment by saying this. When she was in the Riot Squad and she was one of 3 women, she was very easily the worst wrestler of the 3, but she kind of got the personality. Now she's in the Judgment Day, and here we are again. She's the worst wrestler of the 3, but you kind of get the character. That's Liv. That's Liv fucking Morgan. It just is what it is. There's a lot of people that like her. There's a lot of people that hate her.
Dominic Mysterio, that's the problem.
That
argument doesn't fit here.
How do you feel about the argument that Dom is where he is right now, almost in spite of the Liv thing? Like the Liv thing probably would have
hurting him being around it.
No, that he's magically still finding a way to either maintain or elevate despite the fact. Because when he goes to AAA, Liv doesn't go with him.
Yeah, you're saying that it's hindering him.
I guess, of course it's hindering him. But what I'm saying is doesn't it almost kind of give you, doesn't it kind of make you almost give him more credit for still being successful despite that? Like the fact that he's able to do the ding dong pet thing and still go to Mexico and be the most fucking over individual on planet Earth. It's like such a weird dynamic.
They need to break this group up. It's gone on way too long.
I thought getting Finn out would have been that. That's where I thought this was headed. Because Finn, we'll get to this with we will. I'll save this for when we get to the Finn Balor Dominic Mysterio match because the whole idea of turning him back into the original Finn, I like it, but I don't like where it's going. So we'll get to that in a little bit.
I agree.